A Connecticut police officer is accused of pretending to be his twin brother to have sex with a woman.
Now, this is going to be one of the craziest stories you're going to hear. When can you deceive someone into sex? Men do it all the time, claiming to be rich or even lying about their jobs. Women fall for this deception every day. There are videos all over YouTube called gold digger pranks. And in these videos, men are pretending to be rich, renting exotic cars, Airbnb penthouses, and sometimes convincing women to have sexual relations with them based on what they believe these men are and what these men are pretending to have. Here's an example. This woman meets a man on the street and turns him down.
God damn, who is this? I ain't gonna lie, she's fat. Hey, how you doing? What's your name?
Cash, what's your name?
I'm London.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise. Where you headed to?
I'm going to eat at Eddie V's.
Eddie V's? Okay. I ain't been there yet. I'm new in town, so.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I'm from Nigeria. I just moved out here.
Let you know right now. You trying to talk to me?
I mean, you look nice. Yeah, I was hoping I could.
You gotta have money to fuck with me.
You said what?
You gotta have money to fuck with me.
I have money to fuck with you.
Yeah.
I mean, well, I don't look like I got money or something?
I mean, you look nice, but it's not giving like, money.
What you mean though?
I mean, but it's nice, but yeah, it's just not giving money.
Well, let me get your number or something though.
Nah, it's good.
I can't get your number?
Nah.
Then he goes to his rented high-performance exotic car, and she then changes her mind.
It's all good. You said you need to go with money. I guess I don't fit that. I don't fit that criteria, right?
Right.
Yeah, have a nice one. Get out of here. You said what?
It's yours?
I mean, yeah, it's mine.
It's not a rental?
Excuse, come over here. What you said?
It's not a rental?
A rental?
Yeah.
Oh, this is my shit. You heard? What you mean is it a rental?
I mean, I guess you could, you can have my number.
Nah, because you just told me that you ain't want me to have your number. I gotta have money to with you, all type of shit.
I mean, yeah, but at least I came off the rip letting you know.
Now, she's taking the bait, and she decides to go back to his home, which is also a rental, and sleeps with him, thinking that he's a rich man and is going to do things for her.
Not back there.
Okay. Say less.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we might have to make some content then for real, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, say less.
Yeah, it's real clean, like. Yeah, so it could be this.
Nah, not me.
You need to decorate.
I mean, that could be you, right?
Yeah, I could decorate for real. Like on the real note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You saying, like, I don't believe you, though.
I am though.
I don't believe you.
Now, remember, this thing is all a deception, to sleep with her. Now, does this qualify as an assault? Now, most people and the courts would say no. This is known as fraud in the inducement. Fraud in the inducement is simply I'm lying to you to get you to consent to something, like sex. Now, generally, this is totally legal when it comes to men or women doing it for the purposes of sex. As you see, people lie about everything from their finances to their resume to get laid. The law tries to figure out when does this cross the line. Meet Jared Rohrig, a police officer in Connecticut. Now, he has a twin brother named Joe. Now, Joe is dating a woman named Jane, and Jared likes Jane. So this is what Jared did. Check it out.
Officer Jared Rohrig, seen in this old Facebook photo, was arrested on charges of sexual assault and criminal impersonation after police say he posed as his twin brother to have sex with a woman. Details of the alleged assault, which happened back in July, were laid out in this affidavit. In it, the woman told Milford police she was called by a man who she thought was Joe Rohrig, Jared's twin brother, with whom she was romantically involved since March. She was invited over to their Milford home.
So Jared, pretending to be Joe, got into a tub with Jane.
Eyewitness News 3 reports the alleged victim told police she got into a hot tub with Jared Rohrig. She apparently thought Jared was his twin brother, whom she'd been having a relationship with since March.
Now, after the hot tub, Jared asked Jane if she wanted to have sex.
One thing led to another, and the woman and the man she believed was Joe started to have sex. That's when she says she realized something was wrong. The affidavit says she realized that the male she was with did not have the tattoo on his left buttocks. The female victim said she immediately began to cry and asked him where his tattoo went.
So it looks like Jared was caught, but Jane still wasn't sure. And then eventually she put everything together.
After the alleged assault, the victim says Jared drove her home, and she asked him, "When did you think I was going to find out? When I realized you didn't have a tattoo? When we didn't use Joe's car to drive home? Or when you didn't know how to get to my house because you've never been there?" Jared allegedly replied he hadn't thought that far and said, "I feel dumb, I feel stupid. You have every right to be upset."
Now, what makes this worse is that Jared is a police officer. Now, you may think this case is cut and dry. He obviously impersonated his brother to have sex with his girlfriend, but this case is complicated. See, she consented to the sex. Even though she was fooled, this happens every day. Look at the gold digger videos that I referenced earlier. And the legal precedent is all on the officer's side. Listen to the facts of this case.
Some scammers use these schemes to obtain sex under false pretenses. Do imposter schemes constitute? The California Court of Appeal addressed this issue in the 1985 case of Borrow versus Superior Court. In 1984, Daniel Borrow called a victim, known as Miss R, to convince her to have sex with him. Borrow posed as a doctor telephoning with Miss R's blood test results. Borrow indicated that Miss R had contracted a potentially fatal disease from using public toilets. Borrow told Miss R that there were two treatment options. First, she could choose an expensive, painful surgery requiring a 6-week hospital stay. Second, for less money, she could have sex with an anonymous man who'd been injected with a serum that would cure the disease. Miss R agreed to the second option. Miss R made arrangements with Borrow to meet with the anonymous man in a hotel room. Unbeknownst to Miss R, Borrow was the anonymous man. Borrow and Miss R had intercourse. Miss R felt obligated to have sex because she believed her life depended on it.
Now, this may shock you, but the assault charges were dropped against the man because the woman in that scenario consented to the sex acts. Now, most people felt that she was too gullible to fall for that trick, but this is known as an assault by fraud. See, this is a legal loophole in which you could deceive a person into sex, but can't be held liable for anything like or assault. In the case of Jared and Joe, the twins, Jared was convicted of criminal impersonation and not assault. See, criminal impersonation is when one person impersonates another or assumes a false identity, and they do so with the purpose of attaining a benefit or to injure or defraud the other party. Jared's benefit in this situation was sex. Now, should sex by deception be criminalized? Should people be put in jail for lying about who they are to obtain sex from a partner? Some are actually claiming that it should be treated as traditional.
Tonight, raising the stakes when it comes to defining. A New Jersey lawmaker has a plan that would make it a crime to lie in order to sleep with someone. CBS 2's Jessica Schneider with the assemblyman who calls it by fraud.
New Jersey Assemblyman Troy Singleton has heard the stories from around the state. Women and even men lured into relationships with people who aren't who they say they are.
You probably would not consent to someone who purported to be a million different things other than they are.
That's why Singleton has just introduced a bill that would make lying to get someone to have sex equal to rape.
Now, others are claiming that this is a non-issue. It's up to the person to do diligence in discovering who their partner is. Men and women lying to obtain sex from others is as old as time itself. No matter how immoral it is, should it be illegal? Now, there are some states who have decided to make this assault by fraud a crime, generally a misdemeanor. And for instance, some states like California, this assault by deception can only occur if you impersonate someone's spouse. For instance, there was a case in California in which a young man impersonated the woman's boyfriend, and they charged that gentleman with assault by deception. But he was found not guilty because the law specifically was only written for impersonation of someone's spouse. And since she wasn't married to her boyfriend, this allowed this gentleman to be found not guilty. But what do you think about this trend? Should sex by deception be criminalized? Let me know in the comment section how you feel, because even in the case of Jared and Joe, Jared was convicted of criminal impersonation and not of the physical assault because, again, it was consensual. Do you think that was the right outcome? Or do you think something more should have happened to Jared? He does have a criminal record for criminal impersonation. And I think if you really think about it, in that case, that was criminal impersonation. But let me know how you feel in the comments section. Let me know what you think about this story. My name is Nate the Lawyer, and I'll see you in the next one.